Hi, this is Alcam. Welcome back to my channel. Well, we got another corporation is being woke, and now they're in danger of going broke. Apparently, Target decided to take a page out of Bud Lite and ran some merchandise for kids that unfortunately some parents are not too crazy about. So they had to hide some of the stuff now in the back where it was in the front. They have emergency meetings. They're trying to avoid a Bud Light situation. Well, as you may know, Bud Light did a ad a while ago with a transgender activist that we cannot mention, and backfired spectacularly. You know, it's been 2 months and now the stock prices are going down. Nobody's buying any of the products, barely. And the boycott's on both the left and the right, because the right don't want nothing to do with the person we can't mention, and the left's upset because they're not protecting the person we can't mention, and all hell's breaking loose. So now Target decided to do the same thing. Pride stuff for kids. Unfortunately, some parents are doing a backlash on them, and now they have emergency meetings. What to do with this situation, the backpedaling, some of the stuff that was in the front now is in the back. I mean, they were doing it okay with the adult stuff, but I guess they didn't consult with the parents before they did this stuff, because unfortunately one of the artists involved with this situation is not a very desirable character. Let me put it that way. No, I don't mean the person we can't mention, because that's not that person's line. Oh, and by the way, for the record, she's a TikToker like me. I don't want to misgender anyone. And I already made peace with the person, so we'll not be talking about that person they can't mention. So, anyway, so now they're concerned because, hey, if they stop buying stuff at the Target, you know what's going to happen? Walmart. It's going to take over. They don't want that. They saw what happened to Bud Light. They saw what's happening now. That Miller and Coolers is jumping on the bandwagon and making money off of their misery. So I think that this should be a big lesson to corporations. That when you're about to do something like this, you should balance it out so that you don't piss off your core customers while trying to get new customers on the LGBTQ side. Strike a balance so everybody will be happy, walk away happy, instead of what's happening with Budweiser now, because nobody wants to buy beer. Even the dog doesn't want to buy the beer. You heard the dog didn't like it that I mentioned Budweiser. So, yeah. I mean, it's the social credit score. Is that so important that you have to put your head on chopping block for nothing? Because you're not achieving anything if you're losing money. So this should be a lesson to all these corporations that before you do something like that, do your research, check with your core customers to make sure that when you put something in like this, that's not going to offend them to the point that they want to boycott you on the right, and then when you ban the backpedaling, then the left wants to get you. So I'm sure glad I don't work for Budweiser in any way, shape, color, or form, because being between a rock and a hard place is not exactly a comfortable position, if you know what I mean. Unless you're Fred Flintstone, it doesn't matter. You sleep on anything that's a rock, like a bed. But us humans in real life can't do that. So that's all I can say so long for now. Don't forget your style. So I don't know what else to tell you. It's just don't be like Target, and don't be like Bud Light, and don't be stupid. In the future, do your research. Make sure that you can, if you're going to put some agenda in, that everybody's going to be on board, not against it. Because it's not going to do you any good if nobody buys the product. Or worse, boycott it.